Hey, it's the Primal Dad here, and I have to admit, I've always been concerned with health, wellness, but it wasn't until I became a dad that I realized the importance of my own health and taking care of myself so that I could be a good example for my offspring, my son and my daughter right now. And I'm a former 10-year strict vegetarian, eggs and dairy, but that's it, vegetarian. I left vegetarianism because I thought it was going to be healthier. I stumbled upon the paleo diet like 7 years ago. Totally came off the rails from that. I still eat meat big time, but not as disciplined as I was on the paleo diet. And I'm always searching. And a long time ago, I came across Natasha Campbell McBride and Nourishing Tradition, Sally Fallon. These are ideas, facts. I don't even want to call them theories. The facts that the human being, the human animal, thrives best on animal products, contrary to the heart diet hypothesis that says that our diet of saturated fats and cholesterols is causing us to have heart disease and all the problems associated with that and all those symptoms. On the contrary, it's actually the healthiest things for us to eat, may very well be. This is as far as Nourishing Traditions goes, and Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride, who created the GAPS diet. The facts are that cholesterol and saturated fat are basically what we're made out of. So by limiting those things, we're limiting our health. And by eliminating those things, we're eliminating our health. And taking things like statins and drugs that lower our cholesterol, we're lowering our health. So all these people, all these years, Dr. McBride, Sally Fallon, and now I've gotten into Foray on YouTube, and he's a savage raw meat eater. The Carnivore Life, a guy who only has a few videos but really inspired me just to see your normal people getting into eating raw animal products. The raw diet is not about eating raw fruits and vegetables, but rather about eating raw animal products in their natural form, their natural God-given form. And one other guy, just a cool guy who I've gotten to watch his journey on YouTube go from veganism to carnivorism, if that's even the right word, eating raw meat, is Vegetable Police. You should check out all those people. So anyhow, what I have here in front of me is a half-pound ground brisket burger. It's pretty big. I'm going to eat this sucker. Smells fine. I'm going to eat this sucker raw. The most I've done is taken one bite of raw ground beef brisket burger in my very first video. I'm going to pair this with this absolutely delicious raw butter. If you can find somewhere to get this, you must get it. Basically, each bite of the brisket burger I'm going to accompany with a bite of raw butter, and I have a little bit of delicious raw cheese here as well. This isn't the time or place to get into like why raw butter, why raw cheese. It's alive. It's got all of its own natural immune system, bacterial microbiome within it. It's all that's going to enable me to absorb all the delicious and wonderful healing and health-giving properties of this food. So without further ado, gosh, I think I'm just going to, I don't know, I'm going to use a fork. I'm going to be civilized, and I'm going to use a fork for at least my first bite here, because I'm not really into the raw meat. I'm forcing myself to do this because I believe wholeheartedly that this is the way to go. Maybe I'll take this first bite with some butter. Any of my family members will probably be shocked to see this first video, but this is probably the first of many. Raw brisket burger. Oh, grass-fed, grass-finished. Supposedly the healthiest thing you could eat. We're gonna see. Maybe I'll throw a little cheese in with it. Cheese is good. The raw ground beef doesn't really have that much flavor. Doesn't taste bad. It's very fatty, which is good. Like I said, this is grass-fed, grass-finished. It's the healthiest and most ethically conscious meat you can buy. These cows had happy lives right up to the end, and now they're just part of the life cycle going into my mouth. Look weird. I don't like or dislike it at this moment. I'm seriously doing it for health and to change my constitution, my taste buds. I don't want to live anymore just dependent on and addicted to the feedback that my taste buds give me, because that's all just addiction. It's food addiction. It has nothing to do with reality. The raw grass-fed butter is so good. So, like I said, I don't like or dislike it right now. It's weird. The texture is very weird. Yeah, and I don't know what else to say about it. I'm gonna take it down. I'm not gonna subject you to watching me take the whole thing down because it might take me a few minutes. But I'll be back. All right, so I left this little guy. I left this little piece just because I felt like I had enough, and it was my first time eating a half a pound of raw beef, and I think it's a good just test to see, because our stomachs have been kind of devolved in a sense from not eating natural foods over time. I don't know how much hydrochloric acid I'm going to produce or how much I need in order to digest that amount of meat, and we'll see. The only other thing I've eaten today is, I forgot to mention this guy Aajounus Vonderplanitz, a pioneer in the Primal Diet. I had one of his shakes that he recommends, which is basically raw milk, eggs, and a little bit of honey. So I had 2 cups of raw milk, 3 raw eggs, and about a little dash of raw honey in there. I've been doing that for a while, but this is my first foray into raw meat, which is supposed to be the most healing food you can eat. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think I ate too much, if you think I ate too much butter. I don't even know how much was there. It might have been like 2 tablespoons of butter. But the raw butter is just such a different food. Anyhow, this is the Primal Dad, over and out.